Okay, so me and my partner will be presenting on human and non-human communication. So to start, we would like to give a brief meaning of what communication is. Communication, according to the Linguistic Introduction to Linguistic book, it is a behavior that affects the behavior of others by the transmission of information. So what all do these fancy words mean? So basically, it is a cause and effect. Something is said or something is done, and the receiver has to decode that what is being said or done, and that is how we get the information. So that is communication. We glean information from what is being received. For non-human communication, we noticed that we observed for the humans, we observed them at school at the University of Belize. 4 individuals were present, 3 females, 1 male. Approximately the age was around 17 to 19. The surrounding was windy, very hot, and few people were around. For non-humans, we observed dogs, 4 dogs, 3 males, 1 female, around or between the ages of 2 to 3, and it was a hot day and no wind was blowing. The mode of communication. For humans, we rely heavily on the vocal auditory spoken language, and we then hear it with our ears. We speak with our mouth, hear with our ears. Um, touching, hand gestures, facial expression. We used touching a lot. We would touch the other one. We would swing our arms around to get the point across. But the only thing noticed was that the humans have a short span of communication. Communication was lost after 30 minutes due to the external factor being the phone. While non-humans, the mode of communication prevalent in non-humans was mostly smelling, licking, and vocal auditory as well, howling or barking or snapping at each other. And it was observed that they could communicate to one dog could communicate to the other's dogs very effectively. They had no differences between them, and they would just smell the other one or bark at the other one or snip at the other one. Characteristics of human and non-humans. The humans portrayed an arbitrary source of communication. We know that our language is arbitrary because when we speak the word, it does not have any direct relationship to the meaning. So when we say fire, we know what the meaning is because it is learnt. We have to have learnt what fire means. Our language is also open, meaning terms and words are always added. And cultural transmission, we learned our language, it is hereditary. We learned from those who came before us. In non-humans, the communication was stimulus bound. So it was based heavily on instinct to communicate with any other dog. Pheromones was also used, so chemical signals, and we presumed it to be in a sexual kind of way to know where someone, if it was a male or a female, or if it was a male or a female, or where one of the dogs had been or what the dog had been doing. So analytically speaking, the non-human group communicated for a much longer time than the human group. The non-humans seem to have more to communicate about, like it is time to play, or it's time to do this. The humans were speaking about their childhood memories and past events, so that we know is prevarication. We know that our language is arbitrary, and the humans, due to the external factors, they were not able to communicate for a long period of time, and even when they were trying to resume their conversation, the line of communication had already been broken. So to conclude, this is the end of our presentation video. We know that animals or non-humans rely based on stimulus bound, which is instinct, um, smelling, licking, howling, barking, that's their way to communicate. And humans, our language is arbitrary, open, and we communicate vocal, auditory, spoken language, and hearing with our ears. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation.